following Catalyst Traders is for educational purposes only. You must consult a financial advisor before deploying real assets of any kind. Everything discussed or mentioned here are just my thoughts and ideas. After you consult a financial advisor, you must trade your plan within your means. Hello everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. Well, we pretty much got what we expected last week. We were looking for some backfill. We got some good signals. And we actually did a little more than just backfill, and we're going to look at the charts here in a few minutes. But I just want to talk about some earnings first. Of course, we have already seen some of the bigger names in the market, but we still have a good week of earnings. We have some names like AMC, Uber, Disney, Rivian, DVN, Plug, Upstart, Twilio, Unity, TTD, Oxy, Roblox, Mara, DDOG, Win, Affirm, Fisker's in there, WBD, PBR, IONQ, GILD, Bros is in there, SPCE's in there. We also have ARM reporting this week, so just get an idea of their earnings report and how they're doing. Could be a kind of a big deal. Li Auto, Lucid, Lyft's in there, and eBay as well. So we do have a big week of earnings. And as for the data for this week, we have a lot of Fed speakers, which is actually exactly what we're expecting. You know, Powell last week, them coming back in, talking, that's going to provide a lot of movement. We do have Big Daddy Powell speaking at 9:15 on Wednesday and again at 2 o'clock on Thursday. Now, not quite sure the actual events he'll be speaking at yet, so we'll have to see if he gets any Q&A for any market movement possibilities there. So we're not going to get overexcited about that, but we definitely do have some Powell this week where we could see some movement in the market. So let's start looking at the charts, see where we are. The put-to-call ratio did close Friday back at 91. The oscillators closed Friday at 303, back into the extreme bullish side. So big move there into the bullish. We could definitely see a pullback on that. 278 in the New York Stock Exchange. So very strong move last week. We are getting a little extended up here, which we can see in the charts, and we're going to talk about what to expect. You can see huge move back up here on SPX. A lot of times when you get a candle this big, you know, we could use some inside. I'm not even going to call for a whole inside candle for the whole month of November. But what we are looking for is a few inside days of chopping, just let some moving averages catch up. We definitely still have this pattern here on the weekly, and we still have some moving averages to clear there as well. Strong move back up, but definitely not ready to start looking for an all-new high in the market or anything like that, but strong move. You can see here the breadth chart screaming, nice breadth thrust here, very strong move. I would like to see some continuation on this move, and we're going to talk more about that when we get to the SPY chart. You can see USD, the dollar, strong move down on Friday. That's exactly what we want to see the dollar doing. It's coming in. The VIX is raging lower here as well. So just showing us it's a risk-off environment, you know, buy. Crude down candle on Friday. Looks like it wants to move lower here. Bear flagging, keeping a close eye on crude. Crude definitely looks like it wants to move lower, and that's what we're expecting. So we do have Apple. Apple, nice recovery. We can see the big move down on Apple's earnings, and there was some weakness in their earnings. Overall, the report looked good on paper, but, you know, the China and I believe it was the China MACDs, and I believe the wearables were off a little bit, and of course, you know, guiding down going into this year or going into next year. It just looks like the economy's fading a little bit, job numbers fading a little bit as well. Decent volume there on Thursday and Friday. Nice recovery on that candle. Need to clear that 50-day. And we can see here the big move down on earnings and the recovery on Friday. Dip buyers were getting paid there. Gold closed back above the 9, back above that previous level of resistance. Still looking to clear that range high for a move higher. And this Chart tells us the percentage of stocks that's back above the 50 and the 200. So for the New York Stock Exchange, the percentage of stocks back above the 200-day is 44, back above the 50 is 52%. So nice move there. And on the S&P 500, we have 43 above the 200-day, and we have 50% above the 50-day. So big recovery there on stocks compared to where we were this time last week. Advanced decline lines, huge turn up there. They look great. Looks like market definitely wants to go higher. Aflac, strong close up here, took out the previous high, looking for some more upside. Would like to see some backfilling here, an inside day, let some moving averages catch up. Absolutely does not have to do that. AMC coming into earnings this week, still down here on the bottom, the lows of the chart. AMD intraday, you can see nice push on Friday, pretty flat on Thursday. Amazon. So low close, spinning top, doji style candle from Friday. Not much of a range there. Need some moving average to catch up. RK, strong push on RK. So we broke out of the wedge, been able to blow back through the wedge, did close over the 50, did close under this 200, would prefer RK above that 200. We may have to do a little backfilling here. We do have some gaps from last week that we may want to come back and try to fill on the gap fill itself, or on the backfill itself. Avgo, strong close last week in that weekly time frame, still trading within that channel. Avgo on the daily, still trading within the broadening wedge, back above the 9. Looks like we can possibly get some upside here, back up to the top of the broadening wedge there. Amazon, nice strong breakout here on Amazon. Inside day with another strong push on Friday. Nice move there. And AMD, daily candle or weekly candles. We just looked at the daily AMD weekly candle. Strong close on the weekly, holding the weekly 50, closing back above the 9 and 20. That's a good look there on that weekly chart. Amazon, you can see some fairly tight ranging days in there. Amazon weekly close back above this resistance level, watching to take this range high out. We take that range high out, we can definitely go higher with this one. Looking to see where we open up in the morning to see where our opening candles will be at. Coming into Monday, expecting chop. Apple still trading within this weekly wedge here, but we did close back above the 9. We still have the 20 above us. See what we get here. There's moving averages are setting up, so does possibly look like they do want to go lower. Hopefully we can break out here and get a change in character. Boeing off the lows here, nice push up. Would expect to see some backfill there. Watching some gaps there as well. Bitcoin holding in well, waiting for the 9 to catch up, looking for the close above and the push higher. TNX is coming in here, so that's bonds going higher, and that's just letting us know that rates are coming down. Coin pushing higher here, strong close. 2 strong closes. Got a gap below us if this does want to come back in. Definitely a nice looking chart there. Looks like it wants to go higher. XLC, communication sector, breaking higher, moving with the markets. XLP, nice little bottom ascending wedge down here, or bottom ascending triangle, breaking higher. That's just the daily. Want to keep an eye on the consumer staples. Nice push there. DFS, this Discovery Financial, we still have these gaps above us. We did push into this gap, got to clear that 50. So still looking to clear the first gap before we can get into the second. Got a pretty big area here that's need to clear. You can see the heavy volume profile. Definitely need to put some work in there to clear that. Disney, this is Disney's weekly. Strong close last week, closing back above your 9 weekly. Still need to clear that, or closing back above your 9, still need to clear your 20 weekly there. Got your 50 above us as well. DraftKings, nice push here, moving on, expanding volume. Very nice push. They had a good earnings. They lost less than expected. Very nice move there on Friday. EQT back up here testing resistance. This chart does look like it wants to go higher. Very cup and handle-ish there. Lily trying to recover here. We can see we did put in a higher low. See if we can get, because it is in an uptrend. You can see the higher high. You can see the higher low. See if we can push up and put in a higher high there. ExxonMobil trading right at this downtrend here, possible W pattern. You can see this little tower bottom right here to see if we can take out this. Got to confirm the W and take that downtrend out if we're going to go higher. But if we take this downtrend out, looking for a play up to that peak, we take that peak out, then we're looking to go higher. Watch your 50-day chart. Looks like it's trying to set up there to do something. Google trying to push higher here, back above that 9 moving average. Home Depot. Nice recovery here off the lows as well. Would like to see this one pull back into the 9 and 20 and let that 9 catch up. See what we get out of it. Home Depot on the weekly chart, strong push back up. Still under that weekly 9. Intel, you can see your W pattern here setting in. We confirmed over to lower low W, but we did confirm over the peak for a move higher. This is your next level of resistance. It may come up here, find some resistance, and pull back for some backfill. Nice push higher on IWM on Friday. Q's still trading under this channel, under that trend line there. Let's keep an eye on that for resistance on the Q's. That can be a big deal watching these tech names. Tech was a little weaker on Friday. Q's here on the 15-minute time frame. You can see the push up that we did have there on Friday. Q's weekly chart, strong close up here, closing on above. So we just got a candle to close above, breaking out. So this is a very falling wedges type pattern. Broke to the downside, and then a huge move back up last week with a close to the outside of that. See if we can see some follow through. JP Morgan pushing back up into the 20-day. And we got Lockheed Martin. We did close back below this resistance level. 9 and 20 still looks like it wants to come up. Still looks like that chart does have a possibility to go higher. It's probably easier stuff to trade right now. We clear that, could start to see a nice move. McDonald's nice push. Was able to get up out of this. So last week we were watching this volume bar here. This box was actually drawing around that, and it's just moved. So looking for that breakup, and we got that pushing higher. The higher lows there. Merck trading down here under resistance level. Very, very tight choppiness in there. Would let that break out of this area, and before I would be interested in trading that. Meta. So Meta trying to push back up this week as well. Thursday we did have that down day on Thursday. Was able to get an inside day on Friday. Meta intraday pretty tight ranged on Friday. You can see Thursday that big move down on earnings. Microsoft, nice push higher here. We can see the little break candles coming in here, chopping, pulled back. Really didn't respect any of that. Gapped up, back down. Just a lot going on. And this last week, shooting higher as expected, but it was a very choppy action there before. Microsoft pushing higher, and Microsoft weekly. That is one crazy looking close up there. Very strong close, nice looking chart. Nvidia, nice push back up. We want to watch this one to the top side of our wedge there. Strong push on Nvidia intraday on Friday. Nvidia pushing up. Closed above the weekly once again. Got another weekly candle closing above the trend line. See if we can get a move off that. That's a really good look if we can hold it. Could definitely lead to more upside. Nasdaq trying to push higher. Netflix pushing up after the earnings. Had the earnings, gapped up, held in. Did go up a little bit, pulling back. Little flag there, flagging back in to your trend line, or flagging back into the prevailing trend. You can see the flag break going higher. Nice play there. Q's still looking like a possible cup and handle. We are back above this 9. You can see we actually opened up below it. We have pushed back above it and confirmed back above it. Still watching this flag up there, the little trend line we have drawn for resistance area as well. SPX strong push up above this 50. And you can see we did confirm. So we have this W pattern here. We did confirm this above this downtrend, but we still have not confirmed over this area yet. So this is the SPX daily, and I do like the market a lot better. If we can confirm over this and confirm this W on the way up, I do realize that it is a lower low W, but we still need it can still work for a bullish pattern, but we still need confirmation. So that's the biggest thing I'm watching for this week is confirmation over that. It's a good chance that we could try to pull back into a moving average a little bit before going higher or chopping sideways on a Monday. So let's just respect that and be aware of that. So just to remind everybody with this chart, we did close over the bottom trend line, but we still have the upper trend line up there that we need to watch from the head and shoulders pattern as well. And SMH, strong close on this weekly chart as well, back above the 920. Looks like we're outside of the pattern there as well. The diamond here confirmed this W, got a confirmation candle above this level. That's a nice looking look. So we did get the W confirmed there. I know it's a lower low, and it's not an actual 2B pattern, but we didn't, get the little flag here for the entry, but still can see some bullish upside on that. And just to reminder, once again, there is a head and shoulders above us, and we know how they trade. SPY weekly closed over the 9, still under the 20, still within the pattern there. SPY monthly trying to push back up. We got plenty of time left in that November candle. And the SPY daily, you can see the W pattern here as well. Want to see a candle confirm over this highest point and at the peak before, I'm really expecting too much of a move higher. I am expecting the market to go higher, but I need to confirm that W first. Nice push here on the SPY throughout the week. You can see square, nice push up on the square and gap up, and then earnings come in, gapped up, and then close red, give it back there on volume. Keep an eye on that name, that 50's there. Tesla, nice push up and pre-market for a pullback. Market was bullish on Friday. In pre-market, TTD. This is TTD's weekly. You can see we're trading in this cup, possibly putting in a handle here, but as of right now, it's a little descending channel or a flagging back in. Strong close on Friday. This one does have earnings this week. We need to confirm out of that weekly pattern. We're right there at the top of it. Could definitely see a move back down lower. Remember, the market's, turning bullish right now. Close above XLK out of that pattern, out of the channel there. Tesla weekly, small hammer candle down there on the weekly, finding support on that 200. Nice look there. See if we can hold that. Tesla daily back above the 9. Want to see this 9 continuing up. We did manage to hold that 200. Want to see this 9 continuing up. We need to take that 20 out. Looking for a character change in the MACD. Do have this gap above us that we're getting ready to come into as well. So gap is resistance until we move into it. Uber with a strong push back up this week as well. Big gap up there. We can watch for some backfill. Uber still trading. Got to watch this top of this channel. Broke to the downside and hitting the top of our wedge there. So that top wedge is resistance there as well. I like it better if we clear that. Walmart strong move up here this week. We did get a candle to gap up and move lower on Friday. So keep an eye on Walmart this week to see if we get any follow through on the move higher from earlier in the week. XLE, strong candle on Thursday and sidebar on Friday, back above the 9. Watch the 9, see if we see it turning up. Financial sector, strong push up here. This also, once again, confirmed the W here. So see if we can get a move higher. We got confirmations, a good chance we're going to pull back. Even though we got confirmation, we're extended. See if we can flag back in and then come back up for a move higher. It's all about where we open up tomorrow. Bonds, you can see bonds trying to push higher here, gapped up on Friday and closed red. Low close candle on Friday there. IWM weekly, very strong candle closing back up above that 9. And IWM daily. So we can see we did close above this previous level of resistance. You do got a big volume profile bar in there. bar, so we are expecting some overhead resistance in this area. I like it better. We get above this range high here. I want that candle to be cleared as well. That was a gap up and a pullback. Those big gap up and pullback candles can usually provide some pretty good opportunities for supports slash resistance and simply just reaction levels, places that we can get a reaction at. I hope you find this helpful. Please remember, discipline is a key to success in trading, and I'll see you in the trading room.